Farming is a very important part of the Tanzanian economy. There are many farmers in Tanzania because of this. The only problem is that the farmers are not being taught professionally. Most farmers get their information from family and neighbors. This could be a problem if the family and/or neighbors are doing things the incorrect way. The number and quality of schools in Tanzania are not sufficient. There are problems in teacher-to-student ratio and in the distance traveled to get to school. This is why a lot of attention is given to schools in our development plan for Tanzania.
Tanzania literacy rates are quite high and it maintains a constant average of about 67%. However, the literacy rates for men are significantly higher than the literacy rates for women. School life expectancy in Tanzania is about 9 years for men and women. Most teachers in Tanzania do not have a higher education.
Tanzania National website estimated that women, mainly rural women, make up around 80% of the labor force in rural areas and produce about 60% of all food production. The women in rural areas focus much of their attention on feeding their families and maintaining a home for their husbands, while the husbands move to the city for work. They are in charge of farming and producing much of the food sold at local markets. They have to prepare and sell the food on top of their daily duties as mother and wife. Women begin having children around the age of 19 and will have on average 5 children. Out of 1,000 births, it is estimated that 460 women will die. Women have many constraints when it comes to access of education and training. With the young age of pregnancy, education is put on hold. The literacy rate is about 87.5% for those living in urban areas. For those who live in rural areas, it is only 66.1%. Women in rural areas tend to have larger families due to this lack of education. A 2004 study showed that women with no education had a fertility rate of 6.9, whereas women with a secondary and higher education had a rate of 3.2. Lack of knowledge on contraceptives and other basic health issues will result in more deaths.
We plan on building more schools and most of them will be built in the rural areas. Also, we plan to have teachers from urban areas come to the rural areas to teach. Our goal is to keep rural schools and urban schools as equal as possible, while the main goal is to increase the quality of both. This will ultimately help lead to more jobs and help reduce poverty.
Building all-girls schools will help to specialize in teaching women skills that they can use to find jobs. By making the education system more equal, women will be empowered and can make an overall difference in the nation's economy. Being a teacher is one of the highest paid jobs for women in Tanzania. Training women to be teachers early on in the education system can help to set them up for higher paid jobs in the future. Providing money to health clinics in order to educate women on contraceptives and other health issues can help to lower fertility rates and overall death rates.
We plan to build agricultural schools. This way farmers will be taught correctly by agricultural specialists. This will ensure better crop production. Also in these schools, the farmers will be taught how to use new farming technologies that will help speed up the process of gathering or tilling the land. This will be a sustainable plan because the schools will have land to grow crops. And with the money from selling the crops, the schools will keep thriving.